Australia releases new PR pathway for short-term occupations. Our video update for today discusses the latest PR pathways introduced for short-term occupations. A new opportunity has been presented for a permanent residency pathway for previously ineligible people. In a significant amendment, the Australian government announced legislation allowing workers in occupations on the short-term skilled occupation list to be nominated for PR via the Subclass 186 Temporary Residence Transition stream. The Legislative Act applies to eligible 482 visa bearers who stayed in Australia during the global pandemic, or 457 bearers who held a 457 visa or had applied for one before the 18th of April 2017. The old grandfathering arrangement, introduced for 457 holders impacted by the introduction of a short-term list, has essentially been restored. It is noteworthy that this ruling has a sunset clause of 2032, meaning that it will stay for at least 10 years. You can be eligible for it later in future if you're not qualified right now. What are the requirements for the new PR pathway? From the 1st of July 2022, workers who may fall into one of the following three categories can be recommended by their employers. Category 1. 482 visa bearers on the short-term list. Candidates must have held a visa subclass while in Australia for at least 12 months, from the 1st of February 2020 and the 14th of December 2021, and have possessed a 482 visa for an occupation on the STSOL for at least 3 out of the 4 years before applying to the 186 TRT scheme. This occupation must have been done with the same employer and in the same occupation unit group, and be supported by a business lawfully and actively operating in Australia. This must be the same as your 482 or 457 sponsors. Category 2. People who possessed 457 visas after the 18th of April 2017 and have occupations on the STSOL. Applicants belonging to this group must have held a 457 visa after April 2017 and may now carry a 482 visa. Experience in both subclasses can be combined and should have been in the country for at least 12 months from the 1st of February 2020 and the 14th of December 2021, and in the nominated role by the nominated employer for a minimum of 3 years out of the 4 years before submitting an application through the 186 TRT scheme. This experience must be completed in the same occupation unit group with the same employer. Category number 3. Previous 457 holders who at present hold 482 visas. People in this group must have held or submitted an application for 457 visa application before the 18th of April 2017, and bear a 482 or 457 visa when applying for PR, and have worked for the business nominating them for a minimum of 2 years out of the last 3. The old grandfathering arrangement has been brought back, which was introduced for the 457 bearers, influenced by the introduction of a short-term occupation list, having a different visa during the pandemic. This ruling does not state that applicants must have had a 482 or 457 visa from the 1st of February 2020 to the 14th of December. Applicants will need to hold a 482 visa when applying and meet other requirements, but this is good news for people who had other visas during this period. Unpaid leave and decreased hours. Countless people had less work and took unpaid leave between the 1st of February 2020 and the 14th of December 2021. If you also fit in this category, this might be your chance for a qualifying employment period for 186 TRT. We have reached the end of today's video update. Like, share and subscribe to our channel for more latest updates. Thanks for watching.